If you want to make any machine part, in that case you may need to do few hole or few tapping hole or different type of hole you have to put, but the problem is you have to know the different standard of the hole. So there is one very good feature in the SolidWorks available, that is called hole wizard. You can get that hole wizard under this feature tab from here. When I activate this hole wizard, you can get the lots of information here, but there are two tabs here. One is type and the other is position. In the type, you have to select what type of hole do you want to put in your part, and I have to mention the hole specification, end condition, hole size, everything I have to put here. I have to mention here. Then I have to mention the position. That means I have to mention in the part where actually on which point I want to put the hole. So if I go to the type, first I have to mention the hole type. What type of hole do I need? Do I need counter bore or countersink? This is counter bore, countersink, or I need tapping hole or just simple hole or legacy hole. There are lots of type of hole here. If I go with counter bore, and there are different type of standard: ISO, NC inch, NC metric, GB. If I go to NC metric, and in the NC metric there are lots of type of hole available here. If I go to socket head cap screw, for this socket head cap screw I have to mention the size. If I put M36, for the fit, close, normal, loose, if I put the close, and if I check this show custom sizes, then you can see you can modify this size, but I will recommend to you, don't try to modify this thing, because this is the standard size for this specific size. So maybe you want to give the more room for your bolt. In that case you can put close to normal. Then you can see it's changing here. You want to put this loose, you can change here. So you can change from here. Try not to change from here. If you see there is no other issue with this thing, so better not to change these sizes. And for the end condition, this blind, throw all, up to next. So if I put throw all, and for the head clearance, I will put the head clearance later. If you want, you can put near side countersunk, and you can also change this degree, but don't try to change this degree because you have to put the standard nut bolt as well. That's why. After mentioning everything, if I think I have to select the same type of hole again and again, then you can add this preference to your favorite with your desired name, then press OK, and you can get that thing from here under this favorite menu. After defining everything, I will go to the position. I have to select the position. If I want to put hole only on one surface, then I can select that surface. Then it will go to the 2D view, but currently it is in 3D. If you want to put multi-hole in the multi faces, in that case you can use this 3D sketch, but you are new to this hole wizard or in this SolidWorks, so don't try to use this 3D sketch right now because it is a bit complex. So try to use in 2D. If you want to work in 2D, then just select your desired face. When I select this face, now I can use my position. To make the position, you can see I am inside the sketch and this point tool automatically activated. So I have to mention the point. If I select this center point, if I see from the top view, we can see this is in the center. And this is the preview is showing. When I putting another one, when I feel like I am totally comfortable with this thing, I will press OK. So by this way you can make this hole. And I told you, don't try to change the size because I have saved this part and I am making an assembly. You do not need to understand how do I make the assembly, because this is beyond the course. You can understand everything about the assembly in the assembly course. I will put one bolt from this design library, and I will discuss about this design library later. When I drag and drop this socket head screw, you can see this automatically recognize M36 and also the length as well. You do not mention any size for this. You can see, if I see from this cross section, you will understand better. So this is the standard size. This is the standard size. That's why SolidWorks recognize that bolt automatically. And if you want to change the size of the bolt, you can right click and edit feature. You can change from here, or you can change anything from here. If I go to the bottom, if I want to add head clearance 5 mm and press OK, and if I go to the assembly again, and if I see from the cross section, you can see this is the head clearance. And if I expand this feature, you can see there are two scales here. One scale is for the position of the hole, and another scale is for the bolt. You do not need to change anything from this scale. If you want to change anything, just edit feature. If you want to change your position, go to this position and change here. And if you want, you can put the dimension here as well. By putting the dimension, this point is black, that means it's fully defined.